Dumpty 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 dum.
Dumpty dumpty dum dum dumpty 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 dum dumpty dumpty dum.
Rumpty dumpty 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 dum dum.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Home Service Live. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good week. And hello, guys, and hello, everybody in chat. Hope you're all well. Hopefully, the sound is all right this week. Fingers crossed. Please just let me know if everything sounds all right.
I'm just being an arse.
Stop it.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me a little bit better this week, because last week I'd moved my microphone up here and I don't think it was picking me up as well. So I've moved it back to its original position. So fingers crossed, we're all good.
And just a quick one. Paul,
Yeah.
your timing sucks.
You go live and you fuck off to make a cuppa. Just milk, no sugar, thank you.
See, we do read chat.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just a little quickie, just when I saw Kevin Smith's name there, actually. Just a little update from last week regarding the curry thing that I did. One of the books that I actually showed you guys on here last week, would you believe, sold out?
Really?
Mm-hmm. You can only get it in Kindle. You can only get it in Kindle edition now. So it just goes to show you how popular that guy's book is. And it was the Curry Compendium by Richard Sence. But if you can get a hold of it, I think they're now becoming rare as rocking horse shit. But I don't know. I've tried to message the guy, but I can't get through to him to see whether they're going to reprint them or not. So
because I've got to admit, last week I thoroughly enjoyed listening to it because I learned so much about curry.
Well, after I come off the show this week, I've had about 3 curries so far out of the cookbook. They were great, but my heart is fucking stinging.
Toilet roll in the fridge, is it, sir?
Yes.
I see.
Love.
I was trying to land on the butt plug.
Don't. Don't. Oh,
that's a reference. If you guys out there in chat haven't seen the what is it? Everything
everywhere all at once.
Everything everywhere all at once. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a bit weird, but Christ, some of the things in it is funny.
It's a right film.
There is one scene. I'm saying nothing else. No. Go
watch it. Stick with it. Go and watch it. Because I was watching the daughter. She started to watch it and she messaged me. She says, "I can't get into this at all." I thought, I'll give it a go. And I did. I stuck with it, and there was some really funny bits in it, and I was like, "That kind of, where the hell's this story going?" And then that particular scene with the fight scene,
I was pissing myself with the 2 stones. I like the 2 stones.
I like the wobbly eye in the middle of their head.
The other one that they really need to watch out for is the hot dog sausage fingers.
No.
And what happens when they get too excited.
Oh, God. Yeah, I think I need to be pissed or stoned out your nut to actually watch that.
It won a lot of awards, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's the older, what's his face from Temple of Doom in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Short Round.
Yeah, Short Round. That's the geezer.
Little guy.
And it's there off of Star Trek, isn't it? Discovery.
Yes.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
And she plays a fantastic part.
But, I mean, she's been an actress for years in the Chinese cinema doing the action movies. It's incredible. She is one hell of an actress.
Highly trained martial artist as well, I think, isn't she?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, the first time I've ever saw her was literally in Star Trek Discovery.
I think the best description of her would be a female Jackie Chan.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What was the other one? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Hmm.
She was in that.
Is she?
She's incredible.
But that's an old film now, you know.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It
It's
blooming
not.
is. That came out donkeys years ago.
No, it didn't.
It did. I'm sorry.
It didn't. It was only yesterday.
Was it only yesterday?
It was only yesterday. Right, well, chat's going absolutely mental. Michelle Yeoh's older than she looks.
Am I looking too dark?
She's 60.
I'm in a
Apparently
totally different room, Kevin. So I didn't think I looked that dark, do I?
No. Just need a wash.
Yeah. It looks all right on here.
Right, well, we'd better say hello to participants, which
Please do.
the participants is sadly lacking the list because I know how many people are in. But Bill Richards, good evening. Don W. Hello. Rolls.
Oh, God.
Faxi M's. Safe. Fee.
All right, come up with your son.
Jane Dowd.
Your big boy, he just went purple.
He did.
Did. Jane Dowd. Good evening, Mom. Goggles.
I'm on that one at the moment.
I am so looking forward to seeing Jane at Expo.
So am I.
We are going. John Vaping Joker, good evening, and thank you for the welcome. Joseph Finnegan, good evening, sir.
Fist bump.
Fist bump. Kevin Smith, greetings, legend. Keep that man in check. Stop it. Michael Meek, good evening.
Michael.
Paul, I hope that cup of tea was worth it.
Yeah, I hope you're digesting it spell into it.
Yeah, but he never told us what tea it was.
Well, he did say brew, didn't he? So it could have been coffee, it could have been tea.
Were you dunking biscuits?
Yeah, have you brought us biscuits?
I hope you brought enough for everybody.
I don't want one of them one dunks either. I want something that's you can really properly dunk.
Yeah, I hate those shitty biscuits. You dunk them once and the arse falls out and you're like,
we don't want one dunks.
Hobnob. Stuart Valentine, voice of Australia.
G'day.
G'day. Vapor Bunny. Uggles. Vaping pasty.
Can I make 1 second? Stuart, can you see my background? If you notice this background, I am in a totally different room. The studio is getting rebuilt.
And a snooker table.
Sorry?
And a stripper pole.
My stripper pole, yeah.
And a log flume.
You ain't seen nothing yet. The hand of Jan. Pasty. Good evening, darling.
Oh,
Vapor Queen Becky. Hello there. Buggles. Zan the man. Good evening, sir.
fist bump, Zan.
Buggles.
Hope you're doing well, dude. Well, hope you're feeling better. I hope your lovely wife is feeling better too. Mike, you handsome bugger.
Oh, congratulations to Michael. Passed his motorbike CBT today.
Oh,
good lad.
congratulations.
Well done, mate.
Round of applause, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yes, Stuart, I know.
Free rider, dude. Good evening. Ben M. Previous winner, no less. Hopefully still plowing through all that juice. And that's it for the participants list, but there's plenty of other people in. Either that or they're being very noisy tonight. Kaz, good evening. Hello. Huggles.
Paul says everyone knows that there's only one dunking biscuit, the hobnob.
The SAS of Dunkers.
Oh, sorry, not CBT's theory test. I stand corrected. Sorry, his motorcycle theory test.
Kev Smith, we've done. John Vapor Joker, Michael Meek. Yes, we've said hello, Ben M. My God. There's some busy fingers tonight. Ooh, yeah,
Chocolate
I think we're
digestive
good.
for the win.
No.
No, it's a 2-dunk.
Yeah, I would go with the hobnob, but a chocolate hobnob.
Yeah, you've got to have a chocolate hobnob.
See, I like the niece.
What?
Yeah, but they're a 1-dunk.
Jane's just got the award, the ginger nut. Le ginger.
Yes, I've got to admit, the ginger nut is a good...
Yeah, but the thing is, though, with the ginger nut, though, it's too dicey. Because you know they're a hard-baked biscuit, so you put it in for a little dunk, not soft enough. And you've got to time it, because if you go too long, it disintegrates and falls into the arse of the cup. Or if you don't go long enough, it's still too that... No.
But I, too, like
ginger
to
nut's
live
too much.
dangerously. Timing is everything.
Fucking
It
hell, mate.
literally is. Timing is everything.
The difference between a soggy mess and a pleasurable experience.
Don't mention soggy biscuits.
Ginger nuts are one dipped.
1,255 quid for the 5-day DAS course. Jesus H. Christ.
How much?
£1,255 for the 5-day course for sitting your motorcycle licence.
Gailey!
Evening, Gailey.
Hey,
Huggles! Martin Saunders, good evening, sir. Bloody hell, fire. I certainly learned that today, Jane. Had to look up hobnob. They don't have them there in Oz. Problem was I spelt it K-N-O-B. Guess what came up? A tramp's penis. A hobnob. Well, it's been a week, gentlemen.
And you got all fuzzy. Oh, that's it. There you're back. You had that Doris Day look about you.
What, dead?
Yeah. No need for that.
Just come back from the window. Whip crack away, whip crack away.
Oh, yes, please. Right.
Nice come back, Mike. Oh, Don, don't start because you don't.
Kaylee's going to go mental. Bloody hell. Well, this fell to shit quickly. So, on a packed show this evening.
Hey, do you know Michelle Yeoh was a Miss Malaysia World Contest? She won the. Wait a minute, Miss Malaysia World Contest. She won it when she was 20. She's actually Malaysian.
Wow.
There you go.
Michael.
And do you know where she got a break to in Hollywood?
Go on.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yes, because she played the Chinese agent.
Fucking obviously.
I mean, heck, sandbags at dawn with you two.
Michael Meek, how great was The Mandalorian this week? It was a corker. Not saying any more because there's people out there who may not have watched.
Yeah, but there were certain bits of canon in there dating back all the way to New Hope.
Just slightly. Dear God, that was awesome.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Was awesome. Hobnob should go in dry and then moistened with a beverage of choice. Never.
I know a lot of things that goes in dry and comes out moist.
Stop it. Bunny, we don't do spoilers.
Fish fingers and ketchup.
Custard.
Custard.
Fucking fish fingers and custard. That's disgusting.
Woo!
Those who know.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
So, we have a packed show this evening. We have the media with Mark. We have a little bit of talking heads with the lovely Betty.
I'm looking forward to that.
So am I. And I'll be doing a little bit of dabbling in the black stuff.
Ooh.
Some interesting answers to some quite common questions when it comes to vinyl.
All right. Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have the recipe, BFG. If you want to dip your fish fingers in my custard, you feel free, darling.
1 finger or 2.
I'm just reading Zan's comment there. Got to say, first and second series of Picard were dog shit, but the current season is great so far. I'm glad to hear that because I think they needed to pull their socks up because that second season, I haven't finished watching it because I thought it was, I really did thought it was dire. So I stopped watching after about the 3rd or 4th episode.
I'm enjoying this last season.
Cheese and jam sandwich. Yes.
Dunked in a cup of tea.
No, cheese and jams. Really sharp cheddar with the blackcurrant jam. Oh.
I like peanut butter and jam.
No.
Because I know it's a very American thing, that, but I do like it.
Yes,
Or as they would call it, jelly.
We may have to do a foodie guilty pleasure at some point.
I must admit, I have tried the peanut butter and jam. I haven't tried jam and cheese. There's a guy who used to work with me years ago, used to eat that all the time. Cheese and jam on a soda scone. Oh.
Yeah, but fruitcake and cheese, it's Yorkshire.
I'm not fucking from Yorkshire.
No.
Ugh.
Even further up.
Yeah.
You're a wildling.
Yeah. We have haggis and marmalade on a fucking roll. With porridge on the side.
In a slice.
Yeah.
From draw.
It's all wobbly.
Oh, yeah, I could cope with peanut butter and chocolate spread. Yeah, of course.
No.
Why not?
Can't do peanut butter.
That's just Reese.
Yeah.
Can't do peanut butter. Not a fan.
Oh, I love peanut butter. I normally have it on toast, though, instead of just having it...
I find peanut butter too dry, I must admit.
Yes,
anyway,
the new album is out tomorrow. I should be giving my delivery. If you're quite good on the internet, the album's already been leaked.
Bad man.
But no, mine's already on order. I should get it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Yee.
Oh. Fruitcake without cheese, the best. No, fruitcake with cheese. I've just bought mushroom pate for toast. Darling, you've gone posh. Mushroom pate.
I like mushroom pate.
I know, but I could kill for a plate full of mushroom pate on toast, but she hasn't brought it here.
We used to get them, is it Pop-Tarts? Not Pop-Tarts. Oh, what were they called? You used to get them and you used to spread it basically on your toast. And we used to get...
the toppers.
Yeah. And now you can't get hold of it.
No, because there's probably something in there that sends you wappy.
So we get, well, I don't, but Jan gets condensed mushroom soup.
Yeah.
And then you can spread that on that.
Cream mushrooms.
Yeah.
Dead simple recipe. Absolutely gorgeous on toast. You can even buy the canned stuff, but it's not half as good.
Yeah, but if you buy the condensed cream of mushroom, you can spread it on toast because it's that thick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you can actually buy cans of creamed mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, of course you can.
Which are just not as nice as fresh.
I'm out of here. You're fucking weirdos.
I fucking love mushrooms on toast. Oh.
Yeah, I like mushrooms on toast. Fucking soup on toast.
Yeah, it's only like thick spread.
Yeah, it's like a thick spread.
Yeah, I know. Campbell's condensed. You can actually slice the damn stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly, so you can spread the bugger. Yes, coffee's always better with enjoy the silence.
Can't beat a bit of enjoy the silence.
And I've got that song going through my damn head now.
Oh, mac and cheese. I haven't made that in ages.
I had it today.
I do a very decadent version of mac and cheese.
So do I must admit. 5 cheeses.
Yes. Cream cheese.
No.
I use ricotta as well, just to give it that extra. Nom, 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 nom. It's naughty.
I don't know how many cheeses Jan put in it, but it was quite a few. I'll have to go and ask her. Jan, how many cheeses did you put in my macaroni cheese?
Kev.
Questions on a postcard. Sent to a P.O. box.
Kev, that better be a resemblance to the Craddock bit and not the first name.
You can't beat beans on toast.
Beanos tostini.
We have pie cheesy beanos up here. Scotch pie.
Yeah.
Beans and then cheese on top.
Yeah, I'd go for that one.
I am
in a roll. It's got to be in a roll. Sorry, I'm not. No, I'm not even going to say it's in a fucking roll. It's not a cob, fucking tea cake, barn cake, oven bottom, whatever the fuck. It's a roll.
Stuart,
what's your bottom got to do with bread?
Oven bottom muffin.
Oh, I'm sure that's illegal in certain states.
Yeah. Not muffin, your bottom.
Stuart Valentine, I hope you're still in chat, mate. Back me up here. Pie floater with shitloads of tomato ketchup on it.
Is that one with peas and shit on it? No.
It's like a really thick pea soup and then a wedge of pie. And then you put loads of tomato sauce.
Beast brains on bread.
No. No. No, I draw the line at brains.
Brains. I can smell your brains, Tina.
Not live till you've had pie in a roll.
Correct, Kevin.
I must admit, I am the same for the pea floater. No such thing as a pie floater, just tomato sauce. All right, what do you call it then, Stuart, if it's not a pea floater? Because the Aussie lad I knew introduced it as such.
He introduced it as such.
He did, yes.
Is that not like kind of? Do you know there's something similar in Wigan? Is that with pea wet or something like they call it?
Yeah, something like that.
Pie and pea wet or something.
It was. Only thing ketchup is good for is adding to cheese on toast with a wee splash of Satan shit. A fucking pie with sauce. No, the one where Stuart, the one where it's got the peas round it, dear boy. You know when we said Voice of Australia, I think he took that too literally.
That's classic.
That was almost like BFG. Stop being a knob. It's a fucking pie with your
pie with sauce.
Yes, Kevin Morton's has been saved. I'll for you people who are not born and raised in Scotland, Morton's was a famous baker in Glasgow over in the Drum Chapel area, and they made these. They were famous for their crispy rolls, and they went down the tubes a couple of weeks back, but apparently they've been bought out, so that they've been saved. So we'll be back to having our crispy Scottish rolls yet again.
Same answer. Thank you, Stuart. Love you too.
Oh,
that has to be the best comeback we've had in chat for a while.
Fucking brilliant. Fucking pie.
I love that one, Stuart. Oh, that were a cooker.
Welsh rare, but is that not cheddar and mustard or something?
Welsh rabbit.
Yeah.
A Welsh rabbit.
bit of
It's
beer in there
basically
as
cheese
well.
on toast, isn't it?
Yeah, so you just make it into more of a sort of thick paste with a bit of beer.
Yeah,
And,
like a bit of spread, isn't it? More or
Yeah.
less?
At the end of the day, it's still cheese on toast.
they
And
do
I think
cake with.
if you have cheese on toast and add a bit of Worcester sauce to it, you're kind of there.
Oh, when I made the curry the other night, I made spiced onions, and I had that the other morning for my breakfast. I had cheese on toast, but I put the spiced onions underneath with the cheese on top under the grill. I think I put too much chilies in it because I was.
Vindictive. Good evening, dude. Cheese Society at Lincoln. Literally. Not only is it a fantastic cheese shop, but they've got a little cafe there, and everything's cheese based.
Mike, I've not been to work for this is week number 6 coming up. I've got labyrinthitis, and unfortunately, my good friend Zan's got the same thing. It ain't fucking funny. So I've been off work for the last 5 weeks, coming up for 6 weeks now. Yeah, great fun. Hey ho! But I tell you something, I was glad. I'm to a certain extent, I'm glad I was off this week. We came down the stairs, and the fish tank in the hall sprung a leak. Fucking carpet was squelching. So I had to drain all the water out the tank, fucking shift the fish into something else, take the tank apart, clean all the tank out, scrape all the silicon. And this is the custom one I had made. Scrape all the silicon out, re-silicon it, let it all seal for 24 hours, put water back in it to see if it would leak again, and then transfer all the substrate and the...
Do you need special silica then?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
You can't just use your B&Q bathroom sealant.
No, it was going to be marine silicon.
Mm.
But yeah, it was a fucking disaster. So Josie, she says, the top of this unit's all wet, and I went squelch right into the carpet. Fuck. Anywho. Right, we're going to crack on with this.
How much did you lose water-wise?
Couple of litres.
And it's amazing how far liquid goes.
Yeah, especially as into a carpet, it just spreads. So, it's fucking. Anyway, as I say, I'm glad I was off this week anyway. Yeah, mate, it's not funny, mate. It's fucking awful, absolutely awful.
Well, Jan's been poorly with it. Oh, blooming heck. It must be coming nearly 2 years. And it seems to do... she's at a run now where it seems to be all right. And then all of a sudden one day it'll just... Woof. And then she's throwing up and everything, feeling dizzy. Yeah, it's been... Jan's had it really rough, I would say, the last 2 years with it.
This is the first time I've ever had it, and I don't want it again. I mean, I feel as if at this moment in time, somebody's just sitting with 2 hot needles straight into my ears. And if I moved, yeah, I feel like you're on the waltzers on a boat, pissed. Anyway, it is what it is.
Right,
Martin.
We're coming up to the hour. Are we going to start our...
I think Liz liked her video. For those of you who haven't seen it, pop over onto the Facebook group. I found a video with Liz with her beads.
Yeah, I saw that one. Martin, you lucky sod, that is a gorgeous part of the world. Cheddar Gorge.
I've had my Wendy Bo Derek.
Sylvia's had it done. Has she? Don't it pull on your flaps?
As if it fucking stand.
Oh, bless you. That's wrong. Right, who's starting?
I'll start.
Go on then, Trev.
No.
You need bigger glasses. You need bigger glasses.
Yeah, I need different glasses, don't I, than big ones. Right, I'm going to be doing some news. So, got paper, so I'll be looking down. I do apologise. Right, this is media news that I've found across the interweb, And these were little things that I thought was quite interesting. Right, Lol Tolhurst, co-founder and former member of The Cure, takes readers on an amazing journey in his latest book titled Goth: A History. The book begins with exploring the origins of goth, delving into the early art and literature that inspired the genre, then to the musicians who first played in punk bands before transitioning to goth. He then highlights the spiritual anarchists, bands expanding the darkness of goth culture into the mainstream consciousness. The book also chronicles the spread of the genre beyond its English roots to cities like New York and Los Angeles, demonstrating its global impact, goth music and culture that surrounds it. Tolhurst also delves into the goth fashion, including hairstyles, black clothing and distinctive makeup. Also, its influence in film, TV, visual arts, social media, and emphasises the importance of goth movement and why it's still important today. Goth: A History will be available on September the 21st, and I had a quick look. Amazon hardcover is £22.
There's been nothing more miserable than a goth in LA, has there?
There's also there's another book out by a different author.
I think that's called Goth as well, isn't it?
The Art of Darkness, The History of Goth by John Robb.
So there you go. Next up, for you people that are into your comics, MCM Comic Con returns to London Excel Centre on the 26th to the 28th of May this year. An epic 3-day celebration of all things pop culture with celebrity guests, panels, gaming, cosplay and so much more. By the looks of it on the actual website, a lot of Pokemon people that are celebrities in that genre are going to be there. Now what I found was interesting, especially with those that go to Expo for vaping, tickets Friday £21, Saturday £24, Sunday £22, or for the full weekend £75.
Ouch.
Yes, that's what I thought. I thought that was quite interesting, that. Anyway, shall we float across the pond to the United States? Metallica has purchased the majority stake in Furnace Records vinyl pressing plant, which is one of the largest pressing plants in the United States, boasting 12 Phoenix Alpha presses and 2 fine-built pressers. The plant, which was founded in 1996 by Eric Astor, pressed several reissues for Metallica, including their box set vinyl and their albums Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning and Masters of Puppets. Staying in the United States, Gene Simmons admits he would like to have a nice Las Vegas residency. Kiss are bowing out of their tour once their End of the Road tour wraps up in New York in December the 2nd. Kiss was supposed to have had a residency at the Zappo Theatre in Las Vegas in 21 and 22, which was cancelled. But the 73-year-old bassist and vocalist admits he would love to still do a Vegas show. Coming back to the UK, Glastonbury. Guns N' Roses and Arctic Monkeys will be headlining the 2023 Glastonbury Festival alongside Elton John. Glastonbury organisers announced that Guns N' Roses will make their debut at the Worthing Farm on Saturday of the festival, while the Arctic Monkeys will be closing the Pyramid stage for the 3rd time on the Friday. Coming back even further to the UK, for all you country folk people out there, you like a bit of country. Nashville, the Reunion UK tour will hit the arenas here in the UK in October. The original music TV drama series first aired back in 2012, ran for 6 seasons before ending in 2018. Following the success of the show in 2014, ABC announced that the members of the cast would embark on a live tour. After their successful American tour in 2024 and 2015, dates in the UK and Ireland were announced, along with a further US performance in 2016. More UK and US performance followed in 2017, and the final UK tour came in spring of 2018. Now, the Nashville Reunion Concert 2023 hits the arenas across the UK in October, featuring Claire Bowen, Charles Eston, Jonathan Jackson and Sam Palladio, aka Scarlett Deacon, and the rest. UK tour dates: 11th and 12th of October, Glasgow SEC Armadillo. An armadillo?
Armadillo.
You've got an armadillo in Glasgow. 13th of October in Birmingham's Resort World Arena. 14th of October, Manchester O2 Apollo. 16th and 17th of October, London Eventum Apollo. I think it's pronounced Eventum Apollo. And on the 18th of October in Cardiff International Arena. So there you go. That is the news for this week. Thank you very much.
Yeehaw, cash grab.
What do you mean, yeehaw, cash grab?
It's just what he said, and for all using the UK, the country, I thought, and there's going to be a tractor show. That's what I was fucking waiting for.
Get off my fucking land.
At the present moment in the UK, country is the biggest and fastest rising genre in the UK.
See, and all those people you saw with a brown paper bag under their arm, and you thought it was a porn mag. Wrong. Dolly Parton's greatest hits.
I'm a rhinestone junkie.
William, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Right, just a quick reminder, Johnny's Juice giveaway. Yes, we're doing it again, and it's at 8:30. So if you want to join, get yourself across to the group. Make sure you check out the rules. You have got to be a member. Yes, Johnny's Juice Europe. Make sure you're a member of that.
Yeah,
if you're in the States...
for a second.
Thank you.
There you go.
All together now, crocodile shoes. Yes, if you are in the States, make sure you are a member of Johnny's Juice Junkies 3. You can like and follow Project Vapes on Facebook or Insta. They're also on Twitter. Drop them a line. Wonderful set of peeps. Never known a prize go out so quickly. Ridiculously
He's unbelievable,
fast.
isn't he?
He is incredible. So if you want to enter the draw, which is later on, 8:30, 37 10ml bottles of 3 milligram juice, some amazing flavors. I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's backside there. They are crackers.
They really are nice. I've just polished off my raspberry custard. That's really nice. I'm now on strawberry custard, and that is really, really nice.
Oh, yes.
In here, I've got little bit left much of my nut house. Which I'm
the Lord of Lewdness is in. Bless him, sinner. Good evening, you handsome bastard. Right, who's next?
You.
Is it me? Right.
Yeah, you're next. Betty's the main event.
The question we had last week.
I'm the headliner, Baldy.
That was the first.
He bastard.
He is, isn't he?
Last week we had the question, where'd you get your vinyl from? This expanded into a journey of discovery. Because one of the things we spoke about, or have spoken about previously, is the cost of vinyl. And why is it so bloody expensive?
It's not.
Well, this is an interesting point, because I agreed with you on that point, and it bloody is. I have come across various facts. So in 1970 and 1980, the average album would have set you back about $8.99, $9.99.
Depends.
So if you allow for, well, yeah, if it was a limited edition or whatever, it would be far more. If you
Oh, back
bump
in the
that up.
80s, you could get blooming 12 inches for $1.99. You could get albums for $3.99.
Yeah, but
When
they were the
CDs,
old
at
stuff.
the
Yeah,
same
but
time,
that-
CDs were what, about a tenner?
Yeah,
That was the albums from KTEL though.
this is it. The average Woolworths thing was around £8.99, £9.99. If you bump that up by inflation, you would be looking at £22, which is very different from the £45 that they are currently going for on Amazon.
No.
Oh, yes.
No, they're not. Right,
Yes, they are.
Right, okay, I can argue toss on that one.
Feel
You
free.
pop into HMV and the average price for a record now is about 25 quid.
Well, in which case they're going for what inflation is. However, there are some unscrupulous bastards on Amazon that are flogging them for ridiculous prices.
Not for re-releases that are being done at the present moment, 180 gram vinyl, you're looking at what, £25, 30 at the most.
Okay, 30 quid.
Now I am
Still
an
more than
avid vinyl collector.
Yes, you are. But are you aware of the UMG's disaster back in 2008?
No.
In 2008, a part of New York went woof,
Oh yes, it did. They lost a load of master tapes.
and they lost nearly all of Chess Records' master tapes,
Yeah.
which are various jazz legends such as Etta James at last, etc. There was also a large amount of Beck masters in that. There was a lot of Nirvana masters in that. There was also a lot of Elton John masters in that. Flash forward a mere 12 years.
They tried to do that with it as well.
Oh, yes. Flash forward a mere 12 years. Oh, shush. Easy. God, you make one pricing cockle. Flash forward a mere 12 years, and there's another fire. And this one's slightly more serious. So, how many pressing factories do you think there are globally for vinyl records?
Globally, I've not got a clue.
116.
And Metallica owns one of them.
Metallica owns one of them. The reason being, as Jack White has found, you buy a pressing plant, you are potentially sat on a
Jack
gold
Black's
mine.
got his own pressing
Yeah.
plant. He's had that from in donkey's years.
Yeah.
They
Three-man
changed it.
records.
Are they changing the label to Napster?
Stop it. Well, it's the same, same factory that did Kill 'Em All in, but back in 2020, this was slightly more serious. So Apollo Masters caught fire. This blew my mind. So in order to produce vinyl, you have to have a lacquer disc, which is in effect what produces your master. How many lacquer making factories do you think there are?
3.
There was, but after the fire, there was one. So they went to direct metal, which was basically they engraved the record into hard copper and then pressed the records directly off. But as Stevie pointed out prior to the show, that's effectively using a die. And the
That's
issue
what
is,
they used to do anyway.
well, yeah, but the problem was the lacquer method gives you a much better quality.
No, the lacquer method is used for cutting the master.
Yeah, and that gives you a much better quality.
There are 2 types of masters.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your stereo and mono.
Yes.
That's your master. They press from the master to a hard disk, and the hard disk is what actually prints your vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've also got your acetates,
Yes.
which are your demos, and they get released out to DJs and etc.
And what are all of those made out of?
Vinyl.
PVC. The problem is petroleum, PVC, the stuff that they're actually making the vinyl with, has tripled in price in recent years.
Will do. It did
Following
it,
COVID.
It did it back in 70s. If you remember back in 70s, when you bought a vinyl record, they were that thin. It was unbelievable. And that was because, can you remember they used to have, we was running short on petrol or gasoline.
Yeah.
When
Well,
they had all strikes and everything.
we're now there because of global issues.
But you've got
price-
people like Jack White. Jack White does a recycling.
Yeah.
And what they basically do is they collect old records and melt them down and reuse them.
And this is one of the issues because so many masters have been lost. You know, the master copies, etc., and people aren't wanting the digital remasters.
Yeah, but a lot of the original masters are on tape.
Yeah, and a lot of them went up in the fire. That was the problem.
Yeah, that's in America.
Not
in the UK.
Well, the UK stuff's all right, but the problem being vinyl has taken off so much in America, they're booking all the pressing plants in Europe, which is where the UK stuff comes from. A lot of the UK stuff comes from.
A lot of the UK stuff actually gets done abroad. Gets done in places like Czechoslovakia and Poland.
And that's where the Yanks are buying up all the factory time. And that's why a lot of the recent special box sets and all the rest of it have been put back and put back and put back because, and this was another one shocker, during COVID, you think about it, a lot of these factories, some of these guys have been there since the 70s, 50 years. A lot of these guys decided to either retire or take early retirement during COVID. And all of a sudden, they've got factories with people who just didn't have the skills, and it slowed things down. And they also pointed out in another article I was reading up on, it takes 30 seconds to press a record, In 2021, there was 42 million units sold. That's not including the stuff that's on the shelves that was sold. So if you were trying to press those records, that would take you 40 years. So it's literally a time game now. Until there's more factories set up, which takes time in itself. Then you've got the lacquer issue, making the masters. It's potentially this wonderful explosion of vinyl is going to disappear.
And in between times, it's going to push the prices through the roof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course it will.
And that's the other thing. I mean, if you type into Google, why is vinyl so expensive? There is a wonderful article. It's on hi-fi-hippo.com. And basically, they cut it down to 3 reasons. So it's demand, supply, and production costs, pressing costs, and unique situations. I never realized how skilled you had to be to make a record.
Oh, yeah, you have to be skilled.
It's not just a case of, do you want fries with that and push a button?
Going for just to produce the actual master, I'm not on about the master tape, I'm on about the master vinyl pressing, the first pressing. Just doing that, you are sort of like a connoisseur. That's why if you look Beatle records, there are lots of different Beatle records. Same record, same album, should we say, but there are that many different cuts of it, and it varies in the quality of the actual record. Oh, once you start getting into that kind of stuff, you're a boffin. You really are a boffin.
So to wind up this segment, we're going to finish with the 10 most expensive vinyl records ever sold. So this is what people have paid for it.
What, is that originally released or what's worth now?
No, what they've been bought for, the 10 highest that they were bought for.
Oh, so they're the rarities and things like that.
So number 10, Frank Wilson, Do I Love You, Indeed I Do. 250 demo copies of the single pressed by the soul singer. The rest were destroyed by Motown boss Berry Gordy. How much do you think? This is number 10.
Not got a clue.
Chat.
Couple of grand.
25,742. And that was pounds. Tommy Johnson, Alcohol and Jake Blues, a 78 RPM blues record by Tommy Johnson, fetched how much?
40 grand.
Not far off, mate. $37,100, approximately 29,000. That was in
Can I
2013.
just hold you there for 1 second?
Hmm?
Mike, if you've got any Beatle records on 78s, you have got probably at least a 3-digit number value, because there was only ever produced in India.
Bloody
Just
hell.
thought I'd let you know that.
Good man.
Because by 1962, 63, they weren't making 78s. Not in the UK. Just thought I'd let you know. So if you have genuinely got 78s of Beatle records, they are Indian and they are worth a fortune.
Is your DAS paid for, Mike?
Yeah. A Aphex Twins. Fairly modern record, 2014. This is a test pressing. How much do you think?
Never heard of
Given
them.
that we're going up. I'd not...
I've not heard of them. I mean, it depends on the test pressing and how many there is.
Not that many from the looks of it. And you are looking at £36,000. So we're starting to jump a bit. That was $46,300.
Ow.
The Beatles, Till You Was There, the 10-inch acetate.
Oh, blooming acetates, they're very expensive. Because, just to let everyone know, the acetates was and they're not very good. The best thing about it, the acetates were basically a one play and then you slung them. So they are very rare. So yeah, 78.
77,500 pounds.
Oh, we're close.
You were. I'm bloody impressed by that.
Yeah, but Dick
Right.
was close as well with 75.
How much do you think for the Beatles, Yesterday and Today? 1966, only released in North America and then later in Japan. Never released in Europe or UK.
Which one? What cover?
The infamous Butcher cover.
The Butcher cover, you're looking at anything from about 90 some upwards.
You're not far off, kid. £98,000. John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Oh, it's going to be the Two Virgins.
Double Fantasy.
Oh, Double Fantasy. Go on. What's special about it?
Yoko Disney Sing.
There's a printing error or a signature. In the case of this copy, the macabre detail that rendered it so valuable was the fact it was signed by Lennon himself just hours before his death on December the 8th, 1980. So to a fan, that went for £118,000.
Nah, I would have paid that for that.
Right. A signed copy of Lonely Hearts Club Band, signed by all four Beatles, an original 1967 pressing. How much do you think it went to auction for?
135.
135?
140.
140? 227,000.
How?
Elvis Presley, My Happiness. Test pressing of Elvis Presley's first ever record was sold at an auction in December 2015. Jack White bought it. How much do you think he paid?
$250,000.
I'd say a little bit less.
Liz is absolutely bang on there. $300,000. Beatles, the White Album. Yeah. The records were printed with the serial numbers in sequence. Star's copy bears the number 1.
That was Ringo's, that.
Yeah. Eventually sold at Julian's auction in the US for...
Oh, that was over. That was nearly 600.
It was $790,000, approximately £620,000.
Yeah, and I was, working out in pounds.
Wow.
The best bit, though, in December 2015, again to an unnamed buyer, along with his famous Ludwig drum kit, which was bought by Indianapolis Colts owner, he paid $2.2 million for Ringo's drum set.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Unbelievable. Right. Here's one for you. So, the most expensive album or record in the list
Birthday song.
was bought for £2 million. Who do you think it was by?
Jimi Hendrix.
No.
Elvis Presley?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Fuck off.
Once Upon a Time in Shaolin was bought by the controversial Turing Pharmaceuticals CEO, Martin Shkreli, who was something of a pariah in America thanks to his company's buyout of an anti-HIV drug and the price hike of more than 5,000%.
Jeez.
So they bought the company and then upped the price of the drug. He paid the asking price of $2 million. And some of the fans have not been too happy at that. There is a little bit of karma because he was convicted for securities fraud. And in addition to being sentenced to 20 years in prison, the LP was confiscated by the feds. And as far as anyone knows, they've still got it. Yes, you can, Liz. People go daft for a bit of vinyl.
Oh God, yeah.
I've got a
Especially
Rolf
rare
Harris
stuff.
stylophone
I mean, there are
single.
people that sort of like collect Beatle records, and so like it'll be one spelling mistake,
Yep.
and it's
Boom.
like worth thousands. Williams just asked, Mark, what are you on tonight? I'm sat on a chair. That's what I'm on.
I think you might be talking about your mod. Stupid
Mod. I forgot what you call it. It's Fallout by Purge, Dead Rabbit Max, QP, Groose, that's it. And I'm on Nuthouse, and I'm on Shy Tots, Key Lime Pie.
Oh, good choice.
That's it. Oh, and I'm also on Coca-Cola.
SoulOhm sat on his sexy ass. Liz, checks in the postcode. Right, I think we're getting close to that time, aren't we? Just a quick reminder, make sure you've completed all the T's and C's before you enter the draw. This is open to the States. This is open to Europe. This is open to the UK. You too can grab some of this lovely juice.
There you go. There's the T's and C's. Right, carry on talking, lads, and I'll just sort this little section out.
No problem. Would my dad's first press of Sergeant Pepper's be worth anything? Good question, Martin.
Right,
Thing
keyword for tonight. I'll put that in chat. If you would like your chance to win, there you go. That's your keyword in there, vinyl. So the giveaway, Johnny's Juice sample pack. The sample pack includes the complete Johnny's Juice menu in 10ml bottles, 3ml nick. Competition is open to the UK, Europe and USA. Obviously, you need to join the Johnny's UK and Europe Facebook group to enter. People in the United States, it's the Johnny's Juice Junkies 3 Facebook group. And also, if you could like and follow Project Vapes, that would be fantastic as well. And also, if you'd like to follow us, that'd be fantastic as well. The winner, once it's been announced in a second, you need to email your name and address to the ohmserviceliveshow@gmail.com. If your name's slightly different in the chat, please include that as well, because sometimes it can be a bit confusing when someone sends me their real name and we can't remember what your code name is in chat. Okie dokie.
Sorry, mate. Rian, unfortunately, no, South Africa's not on there. Give me a chance. The lads managed to expand it from Europe only through to UK only through to Europe and the States. I don't know whether they've got distributors down there.
I'm not 100% sure. It's something I can inquire.
Indeed.
If you are interested in Johnny's Juice, you can always go over to their Facebook group and have a chat.
Indeed. Project Vapes, you can DM and all that mystical dark arts, and you too could have a bottle in your hand.
Yes, definitely. So I want to give, obviously, Project Vapes a big shout and say thank you so much for doing this giveaway. Really do appreciate it. And sponsoring the Home Service Live.
And all the support. Really love it, mate.
Also, while I'm here, while we're waiting for everyone to put the vinyl in the chat, don't forget you can get your free tickets to Expo. Just pop over to the Home Service Live Facebook group for more details. That's free entry to the Saturday and Sunday of Expo of this year. Okie dokie. Right, shall I do the draw?
I think we should.
Right, here we go. We'll do once it's there. Why won't you let
prematurely.
me roll? Oh,
Don't do this, Nightbot.
There we go. Roll it. Right, Smart Vapor, congratulations.
Roll it.
Smart Vapor.
Yeah.
So
there he is.
Right, yeah.
So Smart Vapor, what I need you to do is email. Obviously, the name is up above there, and then if you can give me your real name as well, that would be fantastic. So congratulations! Whee!
Indeed, Smart Vapor. Well done. Hope you enjoy. Vindictive Expo. It's not free, but there is an offer for some complimentary tickets. Get yourself over to the Facebook group, have a look, and we'll let you can see for yourself, mate. Enjoy. That's all I'm going to say.
Enjoy, yes. Yes, the
And if
tickets, the two complimentary tickets for the Saturday and Sunday, and they are free.
Yeah.
Indeed. And if you do go, make sure you get your ass over to the Coil Corner.
Because
Say hello to
then
Jane.
you can have shoutouts.
And you can see the wonderful Mr. Pebbles and give him a big hug. Because he does some amazing coils. He really does. And there's some other amazing people over there with wonderful shiny. It may cost you hundreds of pounds. Yes.
Death wish. Oh, God, I'm going to be skinned.
Let's say that one again. Stuart, see you later, dude.
Fist bump, buddy.
The fact they're handing out free tickets says a lot. I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth, Will.
No.
I'll break the piggy bank open. Good lad.
So the thing is, you may find that they're charging vendors over the odds for obviously stands and that again, so
Yeah.
they're making their money up from that anyway.
Yeah.
So everybody say thank you, Jane.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, Jane.
Well, I think it's lovely that they've given us the opportunity to hand out for you guys that probably have never been to Expo before, or for arguing's sake that you wanted to give somebody else the tickets to go to Expo. You've already bought your tickets, but a friend of yours or a relative of yours wants to go and it's their first time they've ever been, or they might not be a vapor but would still like to go with you to the Expo. You've got 2 free tickets.
Yeah, so they can go with you so they can buy you shinies.
Yes.
Yes.
They could be a gift. You could sort them out and give them to somebody else.
Darling, you know you wanted me to take you somewhere expensive. Look where we're going.
And yes, definitely, the Ohm Zone is the place to be.
Oh, hell yes. Sadly, oh, Bill, bless you. Wife's fault anyway. She said, spend what I like. Well, that's lethal.
Being there, done that, son.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the floor plan is up on the Vape Expo, the Vape Expo website. So if you want to have a quick shufty, see who's there, see if anything looks a bit interesting, bob across, have a look.
I mean, let's face it, everyone's turning around saying, oh, it's too expensive and all that. Well, we've just saved you 2 days' tickets. It's made it a little bit cheaper.
Home Zone does provide shiny itis tax. Oh, yes.
I'm sure it will.
Oh, yes. I blame those Death Wish boys. Yes.
Also, I'll take it the Premier Inn have bumped their prices up yet again this year.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Let's face it, where isn't prices going up?
Well, yeah.
Which was the car parking? Somebody mentioned car parking prices last week, wasn't it? They were astronomical. Was it £20 or something?
Yeah, not if you pre-book it. If you turn up on the day and want to use the car park, it is more.
Jesus.
But off of these horrible things and on to
The
The main topic.
main topic. Well, last week, there was a little video popped up on my Facebook page, starring a certain Mr. David Byrne of the Talking of the Heads, where said Mr. Byrne walks into a dry cleaner's and hands a ticket over. And lo and behold, the chap behind the counter goes away through the back and comes out with the famous white suit. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was the oversized suit that Byrne wore on the Stop Making Sense movie away back in 1984.
I can't believe it's 84.
No, 1984 was when that came out. The concept film Stop Making Sense, was the full audio, the classic Talking Heads film, 1984. So apparently the movie is being re-released for worldwide cinemas, but in conjunction with the movie coming out, they're also re-releasing the double album. Now, going back to
2 extra tracks.
Yeah, and that's it's kind of going back to what Steve was saying about about the price of vinyl and stuff. Mark actually found the prices. I think
We're at £36.
It was from if you get it from the States, I think it's $40. I think it was for the States. But if you buy it from here from the States, it works out at £32. But if you buy it from Amazon UK here, it's £48.
But it's for a double.
For a double album with 2 extra tracks and with a little bit of extra pictures thrown in. Personally, I think it's a fucking rip-off.
No, I disagree. I wouldn't say it's. I mean, let's face it. It's been digitally remastered. The film's now in 4K.
Yeah, but you can see. But the thing is, personally, I wouldn't go. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Talking Heads. I've done for a long, long time. But you can watch the film on Amazon Prime for free. So there's a lot of people out there that have seen it. I mean, I guarantee there'll be a few folk out there in chat that's actually seen it. Would you pay, I don't know, 10, 15 quid a ticket to go and see Talking Heads in the cinema?
No.
Would you pay that? Would you pay that amount of money for a remastered album with 2 additional tracks and a couple of extra pictures?
No, because I've already basically got it anyway.
Yeah.
But I suppose for argument's sake, that so like the revival, people are now buying vinyl again, and so like people are digging out their old record players and things like that, and it's so like shit. I used to have that album. Oh, I'll buy it again.
Well, that's the thing. But apparently, one of the tracks, the additional tracks that's on it, was actually from Tom Tom Club.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So it's Tina Weymouth's band.
Yeah. I used to like Tina. I had a thing for her. I always remember the first time I ever saw Talking Heads was the old grey whistle test when they did Psycho Killer.
Mm.
And she's got that right tomboy thing. Just like... But saying that, you've got to admit, her crab dance in the film, yeah, that was just a bit too weird, that.
The thing, I'm looking at some of the comments that's been on this Super Deluxe Edition site. Where is it? Where am I here? Super Deluxe Edition, where you can actually pre-order this now. A lot of, some of the comments: Talking Heads, £48. It stops making sense, even for a masterpiece. So, one guy's here put he put. You remember buying the VHS video, Christ, in the Virgin Megastore in 1985 of the concert when it was first released in videotape for 20 quid. Again, back then, that was a lot of money.
Yeah, back then, that was a lot of money.
A video.
I think, let's face it, if you're going to go into the cinema, for argument's sake, you're a big Talking Heads fan, and there's a group of you, and you go and watch it in cinema. Yeah, it's an experience. I
suppose it is, but
a relive. But buying the actual vinyl, no, I don't think it's, unless. So like how the Beatles and Pink Floyd have brought limited editions out, where there's B-sides, there's outtakes, there's all the extra stuff that you're getting with it for that price, then yeah, it would be worth it. But for a double album and 2 extra tracks, no.
That's all it is. It's saying that there's where am I? The soundtrack is due out on 18th August, and there is a couple of there's some extra photographs in the pull out booklet and thing that's in it. There's extra photographs. There's some messages from the band members.
Is there a book or anything that goes with
it? Just what's inside the album cover, apparently.
Oh, right. So there's not even a book.
No, it's more or less just a.
See, the thing is, though, if they bring out the DVD, or should I say, Blu-ray version of it, and then there's a documentary about it in the back, about it and things like that, and extra bits and pieces, maybe a Dolby Atmos mixes and things like that, then yeah, I'd buy the Blu-ray for definite. But vinyl, no.
Right, well, what it's saying here is the film itself is going back to cinemas globally this year, and a new 2 LP set includes the previous unreleased tracks Cities and Big Business, I Zimbra. The vinyl reissue replicates the booklet from the original and includes additional pages with never seen before photos and brand new notes written by Chris, David, Jerry and Tina. Is it another cash grab? Of course it is.
Right, I'm split with this one. I don't think it's a crash grab for the film, because converting to 4K takes time and work and effort to do it.
Yeah.
The vinyl side of it, I think that's just a cash grab.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm thinking about is, there's that many cinemas going tits up at the moment because they can't get bums on seats. Is that going to get footfall through the door to go and see that?
No, I think there's going to be a certain generation that's going to...
Unless it's die-hard fans and they're only going to show it in limited cinemas, then fine, fair enough. But I certainly wouldn't be paying £10-15 a ticket to go and sit and watch that in the cinema, where I could actually sit in the comfort of my own home and watch it on Amazon. That's just me.
Yeah, I totally appreciate that.
I go with what William said. There's a totally different sound from vinyl compared to CD. The Dolby Atmos. Yeah, they can do a Dolby Atmos. I don't want Dolby Atmos.
I don't get it.
I want the scratch. I want the hiss. I want the background noise as well as the music, that richness of tone. That's what I want. I can't see all this digitally remastered. Great, I can hear him breathe. I can hear the punctuation
but there's a
in the
difference
lyrics.
between, right. There's a difference between digitally remastering and digital remastering. There is a big difference. Right.
There is.
You look at the latest Beatles ones that have been released.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Back in the day when when records were more mono, and it was originally released in mono, then they're released in stereo. And normally you used to have to pay more for the stereo version.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you listen to a lot of the Beatles' early albums, which I'm hoping that they are going to remaster, they used to have a hard left and hard right, so they'd have the instruments on one channel and the vocals on another channel, which is a bit... doesn't sound quite right. So what they've been doing is digitally remastering them and to make it and mixing them and blending them better. With modern equipment. I mean, you're talking about music that's 60 years old.
100%, mate. And
Now,
for that, it makes sense.
And even back in 1984, the things that they did then that they can do now with music, and going back to the masters and the original and mixing and that lot, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But talking about the Beatles and the remasters, people forget, and they really do forget this. The Beatles recorded on a 4-track machine right up until Abbey Road. Abbey Road went to a 16-track mixing desk. But prior to that, they did Sgt. Pepper on a 4-track recorder.
Completely agree with everything you've just said. The music I listen to isn't the Beatles. It's not the Stones. You're not talking that far back. Yeah?
Yeah, you go back to the 80s and they didn't have the technology that they have now.
No, they didn't. But for me, and this is purely personal opinion, a lot of the stuff they digitally remastered, they buggered up.
Oh, yeah.
It might be technically perfect, but they've lost the soul.
Yeah, but a lot of that's not down to the digital remastering. That's down to the pressing of the actual record. Or how they released it on CD. Once it's gone to the masters, and it depends on how they've EQ'd the masters.
The Marillion remasters, yeah? So you're not talking a million years ago, mid-80s. Script for a Jester's Tear, you played a remaster against the original, and there's not a huge amount of difference. But I'll tell you what, you can tell the remaster from the original. And it just seems flat. It seems cold.
Right, what are you listening it on?
I'm listening on the same device.
So what are we talking, vinyl or CD?
Vinyl.
Vinyl. So you've got both versions on vinyl.
Yes,
and you've played them back to back.
Yes.
So the digital remastered one, when was that released?
That was early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Even from then to now, it's completely different.
And it was fucking awful.
The Beatles got released on CD for the first time back in, 1990s? The early ones, and they're terrible.
See, like Madness tracks, I absolutely was my first bit of vinyl. Yeah, I bought that on CD. Was having a bit of a retro trip. No, just no. You lost. You've said it before on this show. Yeah, when you play an LP, there is a tactile experience.
Oh God, yeah, of course there is.
There's the wiping of the record. There's putting it on the turntable. You're involved. You're part of the process. You slap it into a CD drawer and hit the button.
But people like you play most of your music via your phone.
Out of necessity.
Which is compressed MP3s.
I tend to use FLACs, but which aren't compressed.
FLACs are compressed.
Well, all right, they're compressed compared to the analog, but they're as close as you're going to get.
Compared to WAV files. FLAC's still a compression audio medium. It's not a proper WAV file.
No, a WAV file, but it's...
But that's the problem is, though, a lot of people, that's all they ever listen to. They listen to MP3s and never notice difference.
Well, the thing is, I mean, get likes back to this Talking Heads thing. There's no CD available.
Good.
It's vinyl. You think about it. There's quite a lot of stores now are stopping selling CDs, especially supermarkets. How many modern cars these days? If you to buy a car within the last 10
Mine ain't
years,
got one. I've only got a
how many
USB
cars
stick.
come with a CD player in them? None.
A record deck on the back seat of the car doesn't work. No.
No, it doesn't. Saying that, I remember when we used to have CDs in car that you had to use to put a cassette in the cassette plate so you could hear it.
Mark,
And then
I
you'd be
remember my
worried
dad.
if your CD had jumped.
I remember my dad having a record player in a Vauxhall Viva when I was about 3.
Okay.
It would play, honestly, it would play 7-inch singles.
They used to have
But
them just
it jumped
underneath
up.
where the glove compartment is.
Yeah, it would jump like buggery right enough, but yeah.
See, the old 8-tracks, they weren't brilliant, but by God.
Well, they
That
weren't really
abused-
popular in this country, were they, 8-tracks?
No. Guy down the bottom of the road, his old man had one fade, and it was brill.
See, we were kind of lucky in this country because you've got to remember, compact discs were available in early 60s here in the UK.
Compact disc.
Not compact cassettes.
Yeah.
Right. You had me confused then. I'm thinking, bloody hell, the Japanese got in here quick.
But 8-tracks, the reason why 8-tracks never kicked off in this country because there was never installed in cars. Whereas in America and in Japan, there were.
I'll tell you what, 8-tracks, they're an amazing thing to actually look at.
I used to have a load. I used to have an 8-track desk player. And I used to collect many moons ago. I used to collect them. I used to collect reel-to-reels as well because the Beatles released quite a lot on reel-to-reel as well. Now, the reel-to-reel, you're talking about prices of vinyl being expensive. Back in the 60s, if you bought a reel-to-reel, you're talking about nearly £70, £80 then.
Ouch.
That's how much equivalent it would be today. If you bought a brand new Beatles album on reel-to-reel, it would be the equivalent of about 50 to 60 quid.
So, I mean...
That's why, going back, you're on about vinyls being expensive. Right. Back in this late 50s, early 60s, kids couldn't afford albums. Albums back then was probably today's value of about £40, £50. That's why singles took off. Because kids could afford, had enough, pocket money to buy a single. But they never had enough money. It was either a birthday or a Christmas present to buy a vinyl album.
And
so vinyl's always been expensive.
So getting back to the Talking Heads bit, from what you're saying and what I'm saying, I think this is more about nostalgia.
Oh, God, yeah, totally. Half the vinyl records that are being re-released now is nostalgia.
Well, going back to Betty's point, do you think that's strong enough to get people to put their bums on a cinema seat?
Be interesting to see.
I mean, if it pays off, and I hope so for the Talking Heads fans, because that will be an experience. It would be lovely to see some more of the older, concerts that were caught on film. Bit of Led Zepp.
Oh, God, yeah.
Something like that. Can you imagine this cinema?
They don't go on cinema, though, do they? They just get released on Blu-ray.
But wouldn't it be fantastic to have that experience with the cinema quality sound?
I still say, I mean, me personally, I like Talking Heads, and I would love to see that film in HD, in surround sound, in cinema. Go down with a couple of your mates that are into it as well. I think it would be a great experience. But like we were saying, because it's Talking Heads, it's a niche market.
Later, Flame.
If it was Queen or somebody like that, they would probably get more bums on seats. But let's face it, Talking Heads were a punk / new wave band of the 80s that not many people liked in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
See, Martin's just made a very valid point. With digital music, it's made it cheap. You can pay a monthly subscription and you've got such a range of music.
Plus, you can play it anywhere.
Yeah. And that I'm all for. I think everybody should have as much access to it as possible. I've found bands on Amazon Music I'd never heard of that are absolutely mind-blowing. You know, and I know back in the 80s when I was a teen, it was all tribal. You ran with your crowd. You didn't listen to anything outside your genre. You know, not that your mates knew about anyway, because they'd take the piss. You know, God help you if you
know we are coming up to time.
Are we? Oh shit! Sorry, Stevie.
I'm gonna say it's only 5-2.
Hey, chat. Thanks very much for joining us. Yeah, nice little debates going tonight regarding the subjects that we raised. Again, we've asked you guys out there in chat if there's anything that you would like us to talk about. Yeah, we have had a few suggestions which we'll take note of. But if there's any of you guys out there do want us to talk about and to bring to raise a subject, just please message us.
Oh God, yeah.
At the end of the day, we do this show for you guys out there, and if we don't get the engagement for you guys, then we end up just talking shit for an hour and a half. And don't get me wrong, we'll get away with it for a good few years, but we're trying to kind of bring the show into a wee bit more of a bigger audience, hopefully. Just to show that we're not just a vaping show. But at the end of the day, we're no longer that anyway. But we will bring some vaping content in it. But anyway, come and join us next week, same time, same place, for three different subjects. Mark and Steve, great show. Thoroughly enjoyed that tonight. It was a good laugh. It was especially the comment from Stuart. That was fucking hilarious.
That was the comment of the week.
That was absolutely fantastic. So anyhow, I will say my adieu and I shall pass it over to Stephen.
I'm too slapped. I'm still stinging. What can I say? Ouch. I got a slap off Stuart for the pie. I got a slap off him for the price of vinyl. I can't bloody win this week. Sod a lot.
I never said a fucking word.
I know, I love you. Chat,
oh, it's me now, is it? Oh, right, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You gave me the hard time, son.
Right. Black book. You.
Chat, thank you for joining us. You didn't have to, you did. We love you for it. Thank you so much. BFG is not a slapper. Thank you, Bill. We've covered some topics tonight. We've got some more. All I'm going to say about next week is bring your little paper bag. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Paper bag in a 10p.
And your insulin.
Yeah, and your insulin. And on that note, and bombshell, congratulations again for the winner of this week's giveaway. Smart Vapor. Yes, I found him. And along you over to the gaffer.
Guys, thanks ever so much for a fantastic show. Really enjoyed it. And I am actually looking forward to watching Talking Heads. I'd like to see it in the cinema, but I'm just a weirdo. Regarding vinyl, I love my vinyl. I play vinyl quite regularly, as most of you will already know. And I don't mind paying. I actually go to record fairs as well. You can get
there is a few kicking off up here within the next couple of months or so.
There's one at Doncaster every month, and they get some really rare stuff. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the news. It's the first time I've done that, and I'm not a big person to read stuff, so I hope that was all right. Want to give Project Vapes and Johnny's Juice a big shout and say thank you very much for the giveaway this week. And obviously, Congratulations to Smart Vapor for winning. Don't forget to email the email address, which is the Home Service Live Show at gmail.com. Don't forget to include the Smart Vapor bit as well with your full name, so we can double check that you are a member of the Johnny's Juice Europe and UK Facebook group. They always do actually check, just to let you know. If you can get that to me, your address ASAP. If you can shoot it over, I can shoot it over to Project Vapes. Right, I'm going to wrap this one up. I want to give our wonderful chat and spanners a big extra hug up. You have been fantastic this week. You really have. Thoroughly enjoyed listening to what you've been saying as well. It's been awesome. Betty, BFG, I love you guys. I really do.
Aww.
You are my favourite people on a Thursday.
I was feeling all special there for a second. Fuck you. Hit the button, Mr. Crew.
And on that note, good night. See you all next week. Bye.
See you next week, guys. Good night. Stay safe and all that other shit.
And all that shit.
Yeah, all that other shit.
To those on the replay, thank you.
And may
Yes,
your God,
thank you guys on the replay. We love you.
And may your gods go with you.
Indeed.
Oh. Hey, he's on now.
What, God?
Something like that.
That's a small house.
It's a fucking